I interviewed my Auntie Betty, her full name Betty Cross. She was born November 18, 1931 in Freeport, Illinois. She begins by telling us the story of the love of her life, Charles Cross Sr.
I saw him. My uncle rented rooms and lived across the street from us. And I used to play a lot of tennis. And I had been out to the tennis court and coming down the street with my girlfriend. I saw this man standing on the porch, this young man standing on my uncle's porch. And I asked my girlfriend, I said, Orly, I said, who is that young man on my uncle's porch? And she said, oh, Betty, that's somebody new in town. I said, is it? I said, Orly, I'm going to marry that young man. Orly said, you don't even know his name. I said, I really don't. I said, but he's going to be my husband. And sure enough, in later years, I would say about 4 years later, my husband had been in service, and at that time I had moved to Chicago. And I said, well, he's out of my life. I'll never find him again, because he was in the Army. And he didn't know where I lived. It's so choked. I loved them all so much. And I'm still here. I thank God for it. He's been good to me.
Talking about the love of her life brought back memories she tried to suppress for so long. After calming down, she was able to continue her story. A much happier story.
Oh, well, maybe I should go back just a little bit, because he had impregnated a young lady in Freeport, Illinois, and he was made to marry this young lady, and she had a child, and then my husband joined the service and went away for, I think, about 3-4 years. He had proposed to me because his wife had given him a divorce while he was overseas. And so he came to Chicago and left a note in my mailbox. I'll never forget it. And I said, I wonder how he found out where I lived. So I found out that it was his cousin in Freeport that had told him where I lived. And he came and asked me to marry him. And he brought his divorce papers with him to show me that he was divorced from this first lady. And then we got married. And we had one witness, and we got married in the parsonage where the minister lived. And then we had to have a witness, which was his brother-in-law that was married to his sister. He was our witness. And then I remember after that we ate hot dogs for our wedding dinner. We had hot dogs and potatoes and just junk food. And then we got married.